In today's blog, we look at the importance of reading a floor plan. When you're building a house, it can be very difficult to visualize what the room is going to look like, how the furniture is going to fit into the house, and how you move around in it, the traffic patterns, and how spacious it feels. This is all going to impact on how comfortable a property is to live in and how desirable it is to either purchase it or rent it. So where do designers, where do they try and bring the cost of the house down with the internal floor plans? What's some of the things that you should look out for there?
A lot of bedrooms is a great place to start with. They'll say it's a 3x3 bedroom.
3 metres by 3 metres?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And then they've got a wardrobe. And they won't actually, that wardrobe will be a part of that 3x3.
Uh-huh.
But when we're designing it, we always make it so that it's 3x3 clear of the wardrobe space. So you actually get a true 3x3.
So if you've got 4 bedrooms, that's quite a bit of extra space, that.
Exactly.
They also say in any bedroom apart from the main bedroom, the bed should have at least 2 places to go, so you can move that around. Do you find that's the case with many off-the-plan homes?
No. In a lot of homes, in fact, you can't get a double bed in the other bedrooms.
Right.
Except for the main.
I don't think most people know that
No, they
those
certainly
bedrooms
don't.
are too small. What else do designers? Where do they get things wrong with their floor plan? I mean, kitchens, for example.
Yeah, look, with kitchens, they don't have a flow to them. They.
You mean a workflow?
Yeah. For example, your kitchen sink to your right, your dishwasher to your left, and generally we design a kitchen on the old triangle theory. And so that everything's close. We make sure the kitchen bench is, how many times have you been in a house and the kitchen bench is tiny?
There's nothing more annoying than working in a kitchen that...
You can't prepare a potato salad. Yeah. What we do, every single house we actually furnish. We furnish it on paper, so everything's done to scale.
So just to clarify, you don't put the furniture in.
No.
You measure the furniture out on the plan.
On paper, so that we make sure that you're going to be able to furnish that home. How many times have you've gone in, you've looked at a property and you go, this is great, and all of a sudden you wheel your fridge in, and it won't fit in the kitchen.
Right.
So we make sure that a double door fridge will fit inside the kitchen.
Right.
Just
dining room and living areas.
Yeah, 6-seater table will work. We put a lot of effort into making sure the home's going to work. You've been in homes before, and I bet you have experience in that.
I certainly have. If you walk into a 4-bedroom home, and which on average, there's going to be somewhere between 4 to 6 people living in that house, and there's not enough. The dining room table will only take 4 people, for example. It's just too small or too tight. So, yeah, I've seen lots of examples of houses I call impractical. And I really think the tragedy of that is that a home's going to last for 100 years, and a poorly designed home is you're going to condemn families, many generations of families, not necessarily the same family, but living in properties which are tight and uncomfortable and don't create the. It doesn't need to be that way. If it's only designed properly from the first place, that it could make a big difference.
Sure.
To many families.
And I propose another point, and that is, if you've got a home that's not designed well, it won't furnish well, I wouldn't mind betting that home will have a lot more turnover with tenants.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't been done properly in the first place.
At McCarthy Group, we really do understand the importance of planning to achieve the best results. For more information or to arrange a meeting with us, please give us a call.